Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank where I climb the online doubles ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Just jumping it back into Road to Ranked with that new team that we featured. Of course, this is a rental team and there is a showdown export, so if you are interested, definitely feel free to try it out yourselves. Looks like for our first opponent today, we're going up a Colossal team with most likely what's going to be Surf Dragapult. So the idea is you surf yourself, get the weakness policy, get the steam engine, and just start rolling through. So, one thing that can actually be really interesting here is actually the Galarian Weezing, because I can actually shut down Colossal's ability as well as Gastrodon's ability, allowing me to potentially just nuke things with Rotom Wash. So, I might actually lead Weezing and Rotom. So, I finally get to make use of Weezing, which I think is going to be pretty exciting. Let's see. Gastrodon is going to be really good here if I can knock out the Rotom on my opponent's side. And who do I want as the last one? I don't have great Dragapult answers right now. I mean, you could really argue for any of the three, because they all hit for really, really good damage. Duraludon walls Rotom the hardest. Not sure Arcanine's Intimidate will really provide me too much utility here. It's only really good for maybe Flare Blitzing the Rotom and potentially Will-O-Wisping Dragapult, although I think this Dragapult might be a little bit more specially oriented. Sorry, I should say support-oriented. Mimikyu's okay. I mean, it does one-shot the Dragapult and the Dusclops, but otherwise, not the biggest fan of it. So, yeah, let's see how this plays out. I think this could actually be a great use of Weezing. I'm not the biggest fan of this matchup. I think, like, my team probably could use some better answers against Gastrodon. But like I mentioned, I'll be playing with this team for the next few weeks, and I'll edit it accordingly. We only have, what is it, like about 3 weeks or so left of playing this format on Battle Stadium. So like I mentioned, I have exams this week and up until next Tuesday. So after then, I'll probably try to modify it a bit and play with a bunch of different things. But it looks like we actually see the Dragapult and the Rotom lead. Okay. So this is a good position for Weezing, just in terms of actually getting some decent damage off, but Rotom's obviously not in a great spot here. So I think we'll probably want to Volt Switch. And go into Duraludon. Question is what I want to do with Weezing. We could Strange Steam, we could Sludge Bomb. I think it might be better to go for... I mean, the thing is I want to knock out something so that... Like, both of these are pretty big offensive threats, I would say. I think I'll Volt Switch the Rotom and Strange Steam the Dragapult, yeah. We'll see how much it does. And then I'll get my... Okay, he's just going to go for Dragon Dart. So that's going to double up onto my Rotom. But that means it is like a physically oriented... Oh, was that a crit? Yeah. Okay. So it's a more physically oriented Dragapult, which means we can actually Will-O-Wisp it. That's always helpful. Crit was unfortunate. And yeah, because I'm using Modest Rotom, I actually don't outspeed Dragapult, or Jolly Dragapult, which is a little unfortunate, I would say. Duraludon's going to come out. We might Dynamax at this game, honestly. And he's going to go for a Volt Switch of his own, okay. Although I took a lot of damage there. But the main thing is the Colossal shenanigans at least won't happen. I think Gastrodon comes in here if you brought it. Yeah, Rotom and Gastrodon are two tough Pokemon to go up against for this team. And yep, there it is. Okay, so we'll get Strange Steam off. See how much this does. Wow, not bad damage at all, actually. And we get the Confusion. Okay, that's nice. Gastrodon still makes things kind of awkward, I would say. See, I want to Draco Meteor the Gastrodon. I need damage onto it immediately because I think it just Dynamaxes. But if it commits to Dynamax, then it can't heal back up, which is a really big deal. Do I want to Dynamax Duraludon? Probably not. Could switch out into Rotom here, but I think you probably target Duraludon with Max Quake if you're Dynamaxing. Sure, let's still go into Rotom, because I don't think Weezing's really doing anything for me right now. And I'll launch a Draco into Gastrodon. If Gastrodon doesn't Dynamax, I'd be surprised, but that would be good for us, I think. Let's see if... That means Dragapult's staying in, so we'll see if we can get a Confusion proc here. That'd be nice. Oh, we do. And it actually KOs itself. Oh, no, it hangs on with just a little bit. And Gastrodon didn't Dynamax, so this is Specs Modest Draco going into Gastro. How much does this do? Wow, it just nukes it. Wow, that is so good. Yeah, so we got pretty lucky with the confusion, obviously. I actually don't know what the confusion rate of Strange Steam is. Let me check that. Confusion. Let's see. So Colossal's out, but like I said, we can deny this. I mean, this will be interesting. If Dragon Ball like hits itself in confusion again, for example. So Strange Steam is 20% confusion. Okay, yeah, that was definitely quite fortunate. So we can switch out into Wheezing so that the Steam Engine doesn't activate. Actually, and I don't think a Surf will knock Rotom out, so I think we can just launch a Hydro Pump into Colossal and switch out into Wheezing. Yeah. I wonder what Dragapult was going for last turn. I would assume maybe Dragon Darts. I don't think it could actually knock out the Duraludon though, so like it's not like we needed the confusion there. I think it just helped a lot. Okay, so Weezing's out. Okay, there's Dynamax from Colossal. It's not too surprising. I think we'll Dynamax Gastrodon this game. The Rotom on my opponent's end is still concerning, but all I need to do is bring out Duraludon to KO that. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if... The Dragon Balls staying in again, is trying to go for an attack. And it hits itself in confusion again. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. That's kind of lame. Hydro Pump. Alright, does miss. So, my opponent gets some back in return for that. And here's Max Rockfall, yeah. Into Rotom. Okay. But that's alright. Yeah, I'm assuming he was either going... I mean, a Surf there would proc the Weakness Policy, but the Weakness Policy actually doesn't do much there, and then I get a big Hydro Pump off. It's funny because I've gotten pretty lucky, but this game still isn't over by any means. So let's see. That's one turn of Dynamax committed. I'm just checking Colossal's moveset and what it's going to be carrying. I think these are typically more, I want to say, specially oriented. Space attack and special attack are the same. Weezing's pretty useless right now, I think. See, I want to bring out Duraludon. I'm just worried if Rotom protects and it goes for... I mean, it gets Max Quake, right? Yeah, but that would be physically oriented. I could also just bring out Gastrodon here. Yeah, and wait out a turn of Dynamax, I think. That doesn't seem terrible. Yeah, also, he's gonna have to commit a Leaf Storm. Let's see. I'm thinking switch Gastrodon actually into Duraludon here and just protect Weezing this turn. That seems relatively safe, I think, because I'm not... Yeah, I think at most you're going to target the Weezing slot with the... Yeah, I just don't think Gastrodon is an immediate threat, unless my opponent calls this and actually has Max Quake and goes for it. But there has to be a lot for that to happen. Okay, so it doesn't look like Rotom protected. If a Leaf Storm comes out here, that's great for us. Nice. Okay, good. Nice. So yeah, now it's doing significantly less damage. We've got the Rindo. We can still Dynamax with Gastrodon in the back. And okay, Max Steel Spike. Yeah, that makes sense. And that didn't really do anything, so I'm thinking it's actually physical. But it raising its defense is not really much of a problem for me here, I think. Yeah. Okay. Now what? Presumably, I think Rotom protects here. Most likely. A Draco will just knock that out. It's not doing any damage to me at this point. And the question is whether my opponent can knock out Duraludon, basically. But I think I'll just Draco, and might as well go for a Strange Steam. Like, if we can get a Confusion, that'd be great. Let's see. Oh! Well, that's a possible play. I keep forgetting about all these things that get Ally Switch, and it's really annoying. But... Okay, so... Draco does pretty good damage there, actually. Strange Steam connects. We get a Confusion. Pretty good damage there, actually, as well. Yeah, we actually do get the confusion. And another Steel Spike coming out, okay. Yeah, that's not actually really doing any damage without the Weakness Policy proc. So this is really good because none of our Pokemon are defensive, or sorry, offensive physically. I wonder what item Rotom has there. It didn't have the Citrus, which is interesting. And I also wonder what move it doesn't have if it's running Ally Switch like that. Interesting. Okay. Well, Colossal is now reverted back to normal. We still haven't Dynamaxed yet, so let's just Draco and Sludge Bomb the Rotom. I'm guessing Rotom doesn't have Protect if you're running Ally Switch. You want Thunder, like, Electric type attack. Looks like it's trying to Ally Switch here again. Oh no, it's just Volt Switching. Okay. Cool. Draco connects. Let's see how much it does. This could be like Wiki Berry, but I think this plus a Sludge Bomb should get the KO. Yeah, and that just gets the KO by itself. Nice. So yeah, Weezing was actually huge this game, which I'm really happy about. Like, even though it didn't look like it really did anything, it was able to prevent my opponent from pretty much doing stuff with Colossal, because a lot of these teams typically revolve around just setting up Colossal. So if you're able to, you know, do something to prevent it from really getting its Steam Engine and Weakness Policy off, you basically slow it down an immense amount. And Weezing was actually great offensively this game, being able to put in, you know, pretty good matchups against both the Rotom and the Dragapult, which was nice. So yeah, we got a little bit fortunate for sure with the confusions. Not sure exactly how much it mattered, and we did miss the Hydro Pump, which would have helped a lot as well, but obviously had some good fortune on our side for sure. But now we can just Draco, Dynamax, and go for a Max Geyser. Yeah. And the double up there should get the KO, I think. So yeah. These strategies, I think, with Colossal are, I wouldn't say one-dimensional, but you definitely can see what's coming, so it's like one of those things where your team just better have like decent answers against it. And if you do, then that's great. If not, you're going to be in a world of hurt. And this is where, yeah, I think, like, even though I haven't brought Weezing much in playing with this, it's fun because it's able to really prevent yourself from like really crazy shenanigans. That's a nice Protect though. I think that actually will, because I Dynamax, I actually will proc the Weakness Policy, but I don't think a +2 Colossal is able to knock out Gastrodon even with the critical hit, so not really too worried about that. And this should still do some solid damage, yeah. So we'll get the Rain up now. I'm sure the Weakness Policy is there. There it is. Yep. No, wait, actually that's the Rain coming up first. But yeah, so we'll give it Steam Engine and Weakness Policy. But once again, at this point, I don't really think that's much of a problem because I just don't think you can knock out Gastrodon in one hit. Probably would have been better to scout out for that Protect though. That was nicely done on my opponent's end for sure. So let's see. It's physical, so I'm guessing it's probably going to go for Earthquake. Maybe try to flinch with Rock Slide. The thing is, I think another Max Waterfall or Max Water type attack will knock out. You also can't flinch me with Rock Slide, so I think you need to, yeah, like Rock Slide won't flinch Gastrodon, which is one of the really nice things about Dynamax Pokemon. Even with the Weakness Policy and Steam Engine, it pretty much does nothing to me. So, yep, Max Geyser will come out here, and we will get the KO. So, the thing is, yeah, I think my opponent's team, like, you wanna... I was honestly surprised not to see Gastrodon Dynamax, but I think the reasoning behind that was my opponent was thinking, okay, I can just simply save Colossal for the end game. But, yeah, I think you can see the power of Spexter Ludon there. Just being able to one-shot a Gastrodon is really, really good. I think it would have been tougher for me this game to win if my opponent Dynamaxes the Gastrodon, and then goes from there. Yeah. Because if you Dynamax the Gastrodon, then things can be kind of annoying where I don't really have much damage. But the initial Draco will still do a ton of damage, and then you can't heal back, so I basically have to just like target that slot a couple times. And I think I was always going to Dynamax my Gastrodon in that game. But yeah, Weezing makes its first appearance, which was really exciting, and I think that was definitely a good game to bring it out into. So, fun game for sure. Question of the day, I want to know what Pokemon you think is underused. I personally think Weezing is definitely a bit underused right now, though it seems like it's picking up a little bit more steam. And I also think Milotic is a Pokemon that I expect to see a lot more of, and I think is really good. Especially because it's just so defensive. It prevents opponents from, bringing Intimidate, but also from using their Dynamax effects. So, allows you to pull some pretty cool stuff off. So, let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you guys enjoy, please show support by leaving a like, and I'd appreciate it. What is this next team today? Barraskewda without Rain, but I'm sure it, as we learned on Road to Rank the other day, has the ability that allows you to ignore Follow Me. So much support-oriented stuff here, but we've got 3 big sweepers in the Barraskewda, the Darmanitan, and the Duraludon. So this is really interesting. My opponent has a Tailwind Trick Room hybrid, and there's the Grimmsnarl for potential screens, which is quite annoying. I kind of like leading Mimikyu because it counters both Trick Room and Tailwind. If you Tailwind, then I can just Trick Room, and if you Trick Room, I can just reverse the Trick Room. So go with those two. I'm just double checking Barraskewda and whether it ignores Storm Drain as well, because I don't remember that off the top of my head. Ignores, yeah, it does. Okay, nah, that's kind of annoying, but whatever. So Mimikyu is the lead. What do I want next to it? I'm running out of time. Maybe Duraludon, Arcanine, and Gastro. Yeah. My opponent's Duraludon's going to be kind of annoying, so I think I need to bring Gastro for it. Arcanine for Intimidate is still good against Barraskewda. It also matches up pretty well against the Darmanitan. I think I might put Extreme Speed on Arcanine instead, so I can basically just go for a Shadow Claw into Whimsicott turn 1, switch into Arcanine and then Extreme Speed, so that it doesn't really do too much after the initial Tailwind. It's going to be Duraludon and Dusclops. Okay. Well, Mimikyu's not in a bad spot. Nor is my Duraludon, to be honest. He is going to find my items. I don't have any speed investment. I'm worried. As we saw yesterday, in a Duraludon versus Duraludon matchup, like a Specs... Actually, you don't even need Specs, I think, to knock out an opposing Duraludon with Draco Meteor. Which is crazy. That is just like something else. So on this kind of team, I would expect it to have some speed. So I think if it has Draco, it probably just targets my Duraludon. If I lose to a Duraludon, how bad is it? Well, if he Dracos me, then I get a free switch into Gastrodon, which I actually think isn't too bad. Because Gastrodon would love being in this position. So I might actually turn one just Shadow Claw, Dusclops, and Draco. If for some reason he stays in and I'm faster because it's like a Trick Room Duraludon, then that would be great. If he knocks me out, then that's fine. I get a free switch into Gastro, and if he Dynamaxes, I guess that might be the worst case, but once again, then you've committed your Dynamax. It looks like he is actually going to Dynamax, which means I get to bring in Gastro, and I can double up onto a Duraludon slot the following turn. So I think we'll probably lose Duraludon here turn 1. Although, actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure a special Duraludon, assuming it's maxed, should just knock out here with the Dynamax attack. So the question is whether we see Trick Room. Okay, so Shadow Claw comes out. How much does this do? Wow, that's bulky. With Life Orb, we don't even do half. Oh, he's going for Max Darkness. Oh. That's still one-shots? Wow, that's impressive. I guess that makes sense. I mean, yeah. Huh. Oh, it's Life Orb. Yeah, that I don't think it knocks out without the Life Orb. And he goes for Imprison. Oh, interesting. I like that. So, obviously trying to set up Trick Room. I'll bring in Gastrodon now. Like I said, yeah, now I can just Dynamax Gastrodon and go for, like, Max Quake. Although a Max Wormwind is going to be really annoying to deal with still. But I think we have to eat it up here, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm just going to double up on a Duraludon with the Play Rough, Dynamax, and Max Quake. See if he max guards here. I'm not sure what I could have led better to deal with my opponent's Duraludon, to be honest. Don't know who is faster there either. Like, I assume he's faster. It's funny because, yeah, like my team has Duraludon, it's really strong, but going up against opposing Duraludons is still kind of a pain. Okay. So no max guard, so Duraludon should faint here, but I'm going to be taking a bunch of damage though. I think he'll probably be... Oh, he's just Max Darknessing again. Into Mimikyu. Huh. Okay, I wasn't anticipating that, but I guess I'll take that. Might be a double up into Mimikyu to maybe set up Trick Room? Either way, we'll knock out Duraludon and Gastrodon doesn't take damage, so I actually feel like I don't mind that. Although that means he probably has a pretty good answer for the Gastrodon in the back. Maybe Whimsicott. But we'll knock out Duraludon, which I'll take, because that is not a fun Pokemon to go up against with this team. Yeah, okay, so that's out of the way, and we're back to neutral special defense after that. Okay, so question is now, does Trick Room go up? I imagine it will. Maybe a better play. No, I don't like doubling up into Dusclops there. Duraludon, I think he's just too much of an offensive threat to me. He's just pain splitting. Okay. That's alright then, I guess. Dusclops is annoying, but doesn't really do much. We saw Imprison, we saw Trick Room, Pain Split, and presumably Nightshade or Will-O-Wisp as the last attack. So, you know, none of those are, like, too annoying to deal with. We're still doing a fair amount of damage with Mimikyu as Darmanitan comes in. Okay. Is this gonna be Scarf Darmanitan? Like, I would assume so. Space 95, so he has to be Scarf in order to outspeed Mimikyu. We could just switch in Arcanine here, though. Do we knock out with Max Quake? Let's see. Galarian, Darmanitan Galar, Gastrodon for Modest. Let's make sure we don't run out of time either. Max Quake, 130 special. Oh no, we definitely don't. But it's nothing terrible either. I like switching into Arcanine here. It protects the Gastro a lot. And let's just Max Quake the Darmanitan, yeah. Our goal is basically to play around this Dusclops and force an endgame where it's like 1v1 against it. Because we'll have Recover. Maybe I should have just stayed in and like gone for Will-O-Wisp, but I feel like Choice Darmanitan is not crazy here. Ah, Ally Switch. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. He's just going for Rock Slide. Ooh. That looks like... How much does Rock Slide do to Arcanine without a choice band? Let's see. Rock Slide. That was... Yeah, Ally Switch is so annoying. That looks like banded damage to me. Yeah, that's gotta be banned. Which is annoying because now it's like, do we call the Ally Switch this turn? Because Flare Blitz will demolish it. If we call it correctly, I think we would just win the game. If not, I think we lose. So, hate being in positions like that. Okay. We're gonna Flare Blitz. Let's just, do we call the Ally Switch this turn? Yeah, this is tough. I feel like normally in this position you don't go for it because you've already revealed it, but it really feels like a glorified 50-50. Alright, I'm gonna target the Darmanitan slot. Oh wait, he is Scarfed. Does this calc just... Because that Rock Slide did so much. I mean, this is telling me -1 choice band. Guerrilla Tactics. Oh, we speed tied. Ah, yeah, he's 95. I forgot about that. So he's Jolly Max. Oh, that's so annoying. We called it correctly, but I forgot about the speed tie potential. Yeah, so this is Jolly Band Darmanitan. Yeah. Okay. Well, we made the right call there, but him being faster ended up sucking. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. Missed the Gastro, but if it missed Arcanine, that would have been better. I totally forgot to even consider the speed tie because I just assumed it would be Admin, but it's definitely Jolly. Okay, well, we're still in an interesting position. This game isn't over by any means, but I think winning that speed tie would have probably just won us the game. But that's alright. Now the question is whether I want to call the Ally Switch. I really hate Ally Switch. It's a move that I wish didn't exist in VGC. I'm gonna Shadow Claw something, it's just what? I feel like he pulls it off this time around. I'm gonna predict the Ally Switch this time, I think. Does he go for it? Oh, he does! Okay. Nice. Well, that feels good. Comes down to what my opponent's last Pokemon is. I'm worried about Barraskewda. That's not going to be fun to go up against. Because it can just ignore Gastrodon's abilities. Special defense drop? No. A Gastro versus Dusclops endgame would take quite a long time, so I don't want that to happen. It's Whimsicott, though. Whoa. Well, that means I'd probably lose, I think. Yeah, that's why we really need it. If Arcanine wins the speed tie there, I think we just win the game. Unless it doesn't have Moonblast, or, I mean, unless it can't knock out Mimikyu from this range, or if it doesn't have Energy Ball for some reason. That would be odd. I think we play rough here and just go for a Scald. Yeah, we need to knock out Whimsicott to win, but I think... Yep, he has Moonblast, okay. If he didn't have Moonblast, maybe we could have won, but this should knock out Mimikyu, unfortunately. Oh, it doesn't! Play rough connects! Okay, and we get a... Well, the attack decrease doesn't matter. Oh, I don't know how about how I play that then. Can we get a burn here? If we get a burn, I think we win. Or just a KO. Burn? I think we just win now. Wow, what? I can't believe... Mimikyu, you're so clutch! It survived! No way! Yeah, so now I think Gastro should just be able to win the 1v1 here. I want to actually make sure I play this correctly. He's going to keep pain splitting, but that's fine. I think I first fish for Scald Burns. We want to get the burn onto Dusclops. He's ally switching. Interesting. I think this should be fine. Or, ooh, maybe Earth Power first for special defense drops now that I think about it, yeah. Okay, he's going for PP stall, I think, basically. Which is smart. You might as well use ally switch to not conserve any PP, and then you can go for pain split. So that's why I don't want to recover at any point until I need to. He's gonna pain split eventually. Yeah, there's the first pain split, yeah. No drops yet, but that's alright. Okay. This is one way to end it. Special defense drop, please. No, it's gonna Trick Room. Okay, well with Trick Room, we need to stall it out, so first we protect. So we've seen Trick Room, Imprison, Pain Split, and... Oh, yeah. We've seen the 4 attacks already. Trick Room, Imprison, Pain Split, and Ally Switch. So he doesn't actually have any way to do damage other than Pain Splitting. Which is good. Even if we get a single Spadef drop, then Scald's going to be doing more. He's going to... Yeah. He literally can't do anything other than click Pain Split. Like, there's no way to knock out Gastrodon. So we should just win this. Still no special defense drop, though. Running out of PP. I just want one. All we need is one. But yeah, I mean, there's no way Dusclops wins this. It can't knock out Gastrodon. You can keep healing back with Pain Split, but you don't do any damage at any point. Wow, this was crazy. Still no special defense drop. Come on, man. Come on. If this takes significantly longer, I might speed it up. Otherwise, we'll just keep playing it out. I don't think this should take too many more turns. Yeah. I mean, you can't knock a Pokemon out with Pain Split, and you don't have any recovery. So I don't think I even need to click Recover. That would just give Dusclops more HP and stall out my PP. So, still no special defense drop, but that's okay. We'll win at this point just by clicking attacks, I think. If this Dusclops had Nightshade or Will-O-Wisp, things would be a little bit more annoying, I think. But it doesn't, so we're good. He's gonna Trick Room. That's fine. No special defense drops yet, but we got the most important thing, which was the Scald Burn onto Whimsicott. I'm not sure we would have needed that because we would have been at +2 special defense. Yeah, we would have been at +2 special defense, and I think we should just win here because, yeah, once again, Pain Split can't KO me. We've been at +2 special defense with Rindo Berry, so Scald the next turn probably KOs anyway. Yeah, another Earth Power will get the knockout next turn. Yeah, or it just knocks it out here. Cool, so we end up with the win. I think the key thing to note here is that I actually don't want to click Recover because the way I lose this game is if I recover and he is able to pain split what I'm recovering off. Because then I basically lose more PP effectively from Earth Power and Scald. And the one way I can actually lose this game, I think... I don't know how it would work out if I ran out of attacks completely. I don't know who would lose PP completely first. But then the way it would work is I don't have any Scald or Earth Power PP anymore, so I don't do any damage if you've healed back. And in this game, because there was no... He didn't have an offensive attack, then there's no reason to heal at any point. Because, yeah, Pain Split won't knock us out there. So, wow, that was a really crazy game. Definitely some fun ones today. Definitely had some good fortune, for sure. I think that second one, once again, yeah, I'm not sure if we needed it because, like, Energy Ball might, against +2 Rindo Gastrodon isn't knocking us out anyway, so we could just Scald the next turn to KO, and then Gastro wins the 1v1 as we demonstrated against Dusclops. So, I don't think the Scald Burn actually mattered, but it made our life easier, I guess, because then we don't have to worry about getting crit by Energy Ball from Whimsicott the next turn. Well, the Scald was so close to knocking out by itself anyway, so, woof! Definitely a fun episode for you guys. Some interesting strategies. Weezing makes its first appearance. We get that crazy endgame in that last one. Called the ally switch though, which was huge. So, and we did lose the speed tie as well. I think we just win the speed tie against the Darmanitan. We called both times against the ally switch correctly too. Then we probably just win the game. So yeah, some really fun games for you guys. Really cool teams for my opponents as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I mentioned, got finals coming up, but you can still expect Road to Ranked on a daily basis. So thank you guys for watching, and things will get really exciting in about a week or so from now. So yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, peace.